Welcome back. It's a new day, everyone, and it's time for the round, so let's begin here with Colette. So hungry. I ended up spending so much last month that I barely got the money to eat. Okay, Colette, your allowance will be here tomorrow. You probably won't wither away and die. Probably. I knew I should have planned my spending out a bit better. Or, you know, at all. Kidding me, Gaius? Nobody wants the rest of today. Why don't you just make it tomorrow already? We've got our annual concert coming up next month. We'll be playing at the church in town. Rosine's helping us set everything up, since she's there all the time anyway. I'm sure it's going to turn out great. Next month we'll be playing our annual concert at the church in town. Making all the arrangements to do so obviously takes precedence, but we've got to keep practicing. Sister Ornella requested that I help the wind orchestra with their planning and setting up of their performance. The performance at the church sounds splendid, so I gladly accepted. They seem to be putting all their effort into it too, which gives me even more reason to want to help them. This performance sounds like it could be rather splendid, so I'll gladly help them out. Feel free to come along if you have the time too, Reen. It seems the wind orchestra's summer performance is a long-held tradition. How wonderful to see everyone coming together to plan the concert out. Let's use this next month of prep to make sure it's perfect. As a newcomer to the Academy, I'm incredibly excited to see how the wind orchestra performs on stage. Let's use this next month of prep to make sure it's perfect. Bridgie, can you help me out with this part? I just don't get it, Alan. Bridgie, hello? Anybody home? Oh, I'm sorry, Mint. Did you need something? Mom, we got a performance next month. You got to get your head in the game. Bridgie's been spacing out a bunch lately. We're performing next month, and we need her to support us. Can't afford to have Bridgie out. Mint, I've let it slide until now, but could you please not call me Bridgie? Let's speak to Bridgie. Mint's right. I should just focus on the concert. I found an interesting ingredient at the pawn shop the other day. It was the tail of a black lizard from the east. Supposedly, they were used for love potions in ancient times. Just screamed Margarita to me. Think you could use it for something? Do I ever? It would be my pleasure. Nicholas is such a nice guy. It's a shame he's not my type. If he were, he would definitely be a contender for my future husband. Why is he not your type? I knew she'd gladly accept some new ingredients. I'm happy that I can provide them too, to see the full extent of her culinary creativity. So this is what she's drawing. But could use a bit of that that Linde touch. What are you doing, Vivi? Add a bit of that, make those bigger. There we go, now it's looking sexy. There's nothing there. You're really good at painting, aren't you? How about I give you a little private modeling for your next painting? Doing the design from a live model would definitely be good practice. Gotta say, you seem a lot bolder than usual today. Or just a part of your imagination. Vivi, what are you up to? You're not painting anything again, Gaius. She doesn't usually say things like that. It's almost like she's a totally different person. Yes. But she looks the same. Almost like she's got an evil twin. That can't be possible. There's no goatee. Summer uniforms. Oh, I guess it is time to stop wearing those. Last time I wore mine, I was in the middle of an art project, so it ended up completely filthy. Planning on washing it at this point seems like an annoyance, so I'll just stay in my winter uniform for now. Ah, summer. What a marvelous season. 'Tis the season which awakens my pathos and passion. It's as if they're being called out to play by the sun itself. Or perhaps by those lovely young maidens seeking refreshment in the pool over there. Your ability to draw connections between such unrelated concepts is truly awe-inspiring, Master Vincent. Sharifa, please, such flattery is unnecessary. Master Vincent has been taken with Summer ever since he was a child. I assume no explanation is needed as to why. Heed my call, words, Sarifa. My entire body awaits our next swimming lesson. Triple dot. Fee? What are you doing here? Triple dot. After Fee? This is your commander speaking. Do you read me? Oh, Reen. Didn't notice you. Were you lost a thought or something? Never seen you not notice someone talking to you. Don't worry about it. Leave me alone for a bit. Sure, sorry about that. She definitely has something on her mind. But if she asks me to leave her alone, there's not a whole lot I can do for her now. I mean, I have to double check. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Alright, fair enough. Good day, Master Reen. Oh, hello, Sharon. What brings you here? One of my duties is to fulfill some of the chairman's board of directors related work on her behalf. I was in the process of doing just that. Wow, I knew you were skilled, but helping out with things that are so tangential like that is really something else. They were merely a few simple tasks, that's all. The chairman rarely finds the time to visit, and as such, she often requests that I come along in her stead. That's Sharon for you. Shrugging off her own superhuman accomplishments. Or trying to hide something. I occasionally come here to act on behalf of the chairman. Fear not, however, this is part of the job, shall not affect the quality of my work as your dorm maid. At this point, I'd be more surprised if it did affect it. Looking forward to tonight's dinner too. I shall await your return. Sharon brought me all the necessary paperwork pertaining to the Class VII dormitory. Not only that, but they've all been filled out in a very detailed and well-organized fashion. She really is exceptional in every way. Have you seen that black cat that's been strutting around the academy lately? I tried giving it milk and food, but it always runs off. Guess it's a picky kitty. That cat's got really beautiful fur, but she won't even let me get close. Guess she's got some high standards. We're almost at the height of summer. That means, of course, that with the sun getting hotter and hotter, you'll need to be sure to avoid heat stroke. Take a rest every now and then, so that the heat doesn't overtake you. And of course, try to stay as hydrated as possible. I don't want to see you without a cold drink in your hand. I should treat the student over there to some of my specially brewed iced tea. She'll be perked up in a jiffy. Just very much thinking about, like, seasons. Now, there's a reason for the seasons. Yes. On our world, on Earth, but what's the reason for them here? Like, because we still don't actually know properly if, like, the planet is a globe, if it even is a planet. We just don't know all the details just yet. Would you please not speak to me? I'm already feeling unwell and your presence is not improving things. Female student. Is that Elliot hanging out with Instructor Nehardt? That took longer than I had expected. I have preparations to make for tomorrow, so I'm afraid I'll have to excuse myself. Oh, of course. Sorry to keep you. Phew. Hey, Elliot. Huh? Oh, sorry, Irene. Didn't see you there. No worries. I was just surprised to see you and Instructor Nehardt together. What were you guys talking about? You know, just stuff. Oh, that reminds me. I really need to get back to the club right about now. See you later. Well, that was weird. Doesn't seem like they were talking about anything too important, though. It's gotten pretty late. Got my wind orchestra performance next month, though, so still need to get some more practice time in. Does Elliot know Instructor Nehardt? They were talking for a good while there. Not sure how they would have gotten acquainted, though. Need to get some more practice in before next month's performance. Last thing I want to do is drag everyone else down, especially when I'm fitting in for Hebrew. It's always about this time of year that I wish I could go back to Isengard. Cannot deal with this heat. I always forget that they're taking the hobbits to... You're from the Norship province too. Alright, you're from Ymir, aren't you? Don't you miss the cool and refreshing summers back home? Summer hasn't been treating me too well these days. Maybe I'm just getting old. I mean, look, your hair's going blue. That happens with old age. Principal Van Dyke will be leaving the academy on business tomorrow afternoon. As you well know, the absence of the principal means that the vice principal takes charge of the academy. So listen up. I'm not nearly as soft as our principal. Should you get up to something, do not expect me to let you off so easily. I'm not nearly as soft as Principal Van Dyke. Should you cause a problem, you will suffer the consequences. Right. Time to prepare for next week's lessons. You might want to review some of what I taught you if you got time to spend, Schwarzer. Will do. Doesn't seem like there's anything wrong. Originally, the summer festival was celebrated around the end of June. But while the War of the Lions was raging on, it wasn't exactly practical to throw any big celebratory events. As you all know, Emperor Dracos brought the war to its end in July of 952, and then it was time for celebration. So the long-cancelled summer festival was held a month late alongside other end-of-war festivities. This means that the summer festival Heimdall celebrates today is also a celebration of the end of the war. Maybe I should have included some questions related to this on your midterms. It's related to the material we covered, so it wouldn't have been a problem. I tend to be out of the office frequently during summer, as I have meetings to attend all over the country. As such, the academy will be in Heinrich's hands tomorrow. He can be rather coercive at times, but he's still very accomplished despite that. I'm scheduled to leave tomorrow afternoon. I should go over the arrangements with Heinrich before leaving. Apparently, Misty hasn't revealed her secret identity to anyone. I had gone to the radio station to try to figure it out, but the staff told me it was her idea to remain anonymous. Seems it's up to us to decide whether Misty's her real name or a stage one. Really gets the imagination going, doesn't it? What could she be like in real life? I have no idea. Going off her voice alone, I'm sure she's absolutely lovely. She has an elegant voice, like my own. All of this mystery surrounding her really gets the imagination going, doesn't it? Not really. I cannot believe you're going to the summer festival. A number of shops will be holding sales and running promotions, so I can only imagine that I'll learn a thing or two. Now, Becky, how would you like to come along with me? I actually forgot all about the summer festival. I don't want to go, but is it worth going with Hugo? Maybe. I heard that the last year's summer festival had an economic impact of over 1 billion mira, yes, billion, with a B. How could any aspiring businessman resist? I know, but still. What? Could swear I just heard someone talking. Nah, it's probably nothing. So who's going on over there? What's happening? You cheated. That is the only possible explanation for this. The idea that I would somehow lose otherwise is... well, it's inconceivable. Oh, please, you know full well that I wouldn't cheat. That is true. Well, clearly my stick is somehow faulty. I shall do this once more after I have exchanged my stick for one that works properly. I give up. I don't have any problems with how hard Ferris is working during practice now. I do have an issue with how much grief she's giving me, though. That's fair. Cannot possibly lose after so much practice. I'll show you this time, Elisa. Just you wait. Those two just will not get along, will they? They need to realize that rivalries are about inspiring each other to aim higher, not just wasting the day arguing. It seems that my history with Emily is repeating itself through the two of them. However, it remains to be seen if they can overcome their differences and become true friends. I hate to admit it, but Eustace really knows what he's doing on horseback. I won't let him show me up forever, though. You're really good, Eustace. You've been doing a fine job raising your horse, too. Why don't we take this chance to ride off to the highway? You could see if your horse can outrace my trusty Whitcomb. Not a bad horse, if I say so myself. Doubt it matches up to the ones we rode in North, though. Perhaps I should ride it around the field for a lap or two. Sounds like it might be pleasant. Allow me to accompany you. I don't know. Didn't show the potential while we were in Nord. I knew I should have come with you. Seems pretty likely he's a key. But... Huh? That voice sounds familiar. Who's there? Who's there? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. Huh? Oh, Emma, it's you. Wait, isn't that Black Cat? Reen? How long have you been there? Oh, I was just passing by when I heard voices. So I started wondering where they were coming from. Wait. You were talking with someone, right? Where did they go? Well... I was talking to a friend with my Arcus. That communication functionality sure is convenient, isn't it? You know it. Sorry I interrupted you then. I'll get out of your way if you want to call them back. It's alright. We just finished talking anyway. There's nothing you need to worry about. Nothing at all. Okay, if you say so. Still, you really do know that cat then? Wait, it's not your cat, is it? No, it's not quite like that. If anything, she's like my supervisor. A cat is? Sorry, I meant friend. Yes, the two of us have a real connection. Back when I first came to the academy, we kept running into each other. And after a few offerings of milk and cheese, we eventually struck up a friendship. So that's how it was, huh? She seems pretty well behaved today. I take it she's in a good mood. Certainly seems that way, doesn't it? There we go. Anyway, I'm sure her owner's Interester must be getting worried, so I should take her back there. After all, it might cause some trouble if the instructors found a cat on the academy grounds. Alright. I don't actually think anyone would care. Oh, Emma. Yes, what is it? Wouldn't happen to know her name, would you? If she has owners in Trista, I'm sure they named her. Ah, yes, you're right. Her name is Celine. Ah, so that's her name. Celine, huh? It's got a nice ring to it. She's got such shiny, silky-looking fur. Really suits her. Well, at least you knew she was a female. I've been wondering up until tonight. I thought the bow would give it away. Alright, Celine, let's get you home. I wish I could get her to cozy up with me like that. Next time I see her around, I'll have to give her some fresh milk. I was all ready to beat the shit out of Patrick if he planned on messing with Alan again. But instead I got that set excuse for a match. What the hell is going on? Patrick's been acting weird for a while now. What happened to that smug attitude of his? Put him in his place, didn't I? Alan's been getting better little by little. It seems as though he's trying to rush things. It's hurting his concentration, and because of that, he's not getting as much from each practice as he should. And it seems like he's in too much of a rush to get better. Try as many times as you like, but the results will always be the same. You tend to bring me to my knees. You'll have to do a lot better than that. Son of a... How boring. Perhaps I should request a match from Loggings. Damn it, I just can't win. There's no way I'm going to get stronger like this. And if I can't, I'll never be able to face her. Feels like it's finally the swimming club's season to shine. Gave the pool a real good cleaning since it's going to be used for classes. No, please hold your applause. It's all in a day's work, really. Laura and Monica both seem preoccupied. Hope they're both able to work their way through whatever's bugging them. Any person who can solve your problems is you. Hope those two manage to work their way through theirs. Your kicks are completely wrong, Monica. How many times must I repeat myself before you understand? I'm sorry. I'll do it right this time. This does not seem like Laura. You'll have to forgive me. I'm afraid my poor teaching is at fault. Please excuse me for a moment. Would you mind practicing on your own for a while? Sure. Laura, is everything okay? I'm pretty sorry you had to see that. Seems I still have a ways to go myself. Laura, she really has been off lately. Well, it's hard to try and get at the talk bubble. I still have a lot to learn myself. I need to give a better effort. I'd be more patient while coaching Monica. If I got better, Laura would actually be able to focus on herself. I need to double, no triple, the amount of effort I'm already putting in. Beautiful, simply beautiful. These shots are gonna make me a killing. Alright, time to get some more material. Got customers on pins and needles for these, after all. Fee hasn't been visiting the club much recently. I see her around the academy from time to time, but she always seems a little depressed. It's rather worrying. Well, if I can't take care of her, I'll take care of her flowers. If he seems off today too. It's almost as if she's a completely different person. I'd ask what's going on, but having her help out for a change is a far more entertaining alternative. Vivi asked me to swap clubs with her for a while. I'm not sure if I should have. I've never taken care of plants before. As long as they're watered, they should be fine, right? Maybe you should hold that better. It's under your hand. Hope Vivi's not messing things up in the art club. Last thing I need is her doing any more embarrassing stuff while pretending to be me. I've been checking in on the Old Schoolhouse regularly myself. I haven't seen any significant changes so far this month, though. No new floors have popped up either. I think we're on the right track in believing that the changes happen once a month at least. Maybe another influencing factor we haven't considered, though. Well, however it might work, the investigation part's all up to you. Have the principal put in another request on your free day. Just make your plans accordingly. Will do. Maybe I should call it a day. I'm pretty pooped. Maybe I'll have our almighty maid whip me up a snack that goes well with whatever kind of booze I grab first. I heard that Elisa met Gwyn during your last field study. She always seemed so concerned about him. I assume that's a weight off her shoulders. Nothing could make me happier, as a friend at least. I'm glad to hear that the weight's been lifted off Elisa's shoulders. Maybe I'll see if she wants me to take her for a ride. First thing that comes to mind when I think of the summer festival is the summer races, of course. I should know which horse was going to dominate the track this year. Lino Bloom. Correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't students prohibited from betting on the horse races? Not to worry, they check you out so thoroughly that it's nearly impossible for me to put down bets in the first place. Nearly impossible. It's rough being a student sometimes. Races are pretty fun to watch, even if you don't have any money riding on them. Still, it's rough being a student sometimes. Gwyn Rhineford helped lay the foundations of the development of orbital technology in Erebonia. Nobody knew what happened to him after he resigned as chairman, so it's nice to hear he's doing well. I'd love to have the chance to sit and talk with him someday, engineer to engineer. Apparently Gwyn was the one who came up with the orbital bike in the first place. Guess he really is the kind of guy to take his curiosity and turn it into something amazing. Yeah, but some of the other things you might say they are kinda criminal. I can't believe neither of the upper classes had the highest average score. First years must have been quite complacent to allow this to happen. I understand their anger, but perhaps they should use that energy to study instead of lamenting the unchangeable. True. Sounds like you're worried about them. Not that I can blame you. Just remember, we fought a lot before we became friends too. Summer uniforms are a gift. Switching over to them takes a weight off my shoulders in more ways than one. Makes the girls all look cuter too. Really? I mean, you're a kid, but still. Oh hey! You're one of the guys from Class 7. How's it hanging? I didn't know you guys had your own summer uniforms too. They don't look different, do they? They don't look all that different from ours though. I think, yeah. Do you have the funny... No, you don't have the thing on the back. And that's the only difference, that you guys don't have this weird, strange pattern on the back. And you don't... Just notice this, the ties as well, isn't it? That's a difference. They have green ties. Ah. You burn through energy much faster in the height of summer, so you should make sure you're eating well. A lot of girls seem to think summer's the time to jump on the fad diet bandwagon. No good comes of that if you ask me. A balanced diet paves the road to good health. Half-starving yourself just covers the road with nails. I do understand how the girls must feel. But if you want to lose weight, eating healthy, balanced meals is the way to go. A lot of the students fall ill during the height of summer, so we're doing our part to try and keep that number down. Got icy cold drinks to ward off heat stroke, and hot pots full of meat to keep your energy up throughout the day. Eating well is the best way to get you through the summer months happily and healthily. No question about that. Make sure you eat well during the summer. Collapsing students aren't happy students, that's for sure. Make sure you don't become one of them. As soon as July rolls around, I get a real hankering for ice cream. I ordered some super expensive high-class ones last year as a joke, thinking they wouldn't sell. But the students loved them, sold right out. Maybe I should get some more in this year. I did it. I finally finished writing the story I started last month. Nothing can top the feeling that comes from capturing the pure love two boys can share in text. Can't wait to show it to Emma tomorrow. Got to admit, proud of this one. It's got some great stuff in it. Pay no attention to my panting. Oh dear. We're scheduled for another match against the upper class club. Thanks to Mango, we've actually won more matches than we've lost this year too. Need to keep it up so we don't get shut down. Gotten way better since I started playing with Mango, but I still have a long way to go. As long as I keep improving, I'm sure we'll be able to keep this club alive and well. Do you have the pattern on the back of your shirt as well? Yeah, that's another thing as well that Class 7 has, is this symbol on the back. The summer festival's right around the corner. I'm sure all the preparations will keep my father busy as usual. What's your dad like anyway? Impression I get from reading the Imperial Chronicle is that he's a top-rate government official at least. Well, he's a good-humoured person, looks a bit like Dudley, both at work and at home. He's also willing to listen to people and interact with them. And that's part of what makes him a popular figure. Sounds like a good man. Wish more people in politics felt that approachable. Guess the best way to put it is that he's an ally of the people for better or worse. I haven't really talked with him recently, to be honest. Maybe I should write it at some point. Yeah, I'll write to him once things have calmed down a little here. Right now, though, I need to focus on the chess club. Seems the rumors about Rex were true. Should probably try and put a stop to it before things get out of hand. As the head of the club, I should have a word with him and convince him to stop. Summer has finally arrived, which means it's finally time for them to start appearing. Oh, please don't have them come back. In a school with as many strange stories as Thors, it's hard to believe that there won't be at least one sighting. Can hardly wait for something to happen. Have you ever tried walking through the Academy's buildings at night? Gotta give it a try sometime. Hey, Reen. Feels like summer's finally here now that swimming lessons have started, doesn't it? Yeah, it'll really feel like it once the heat starts rushing it up, though. By the way, aren't you a bit hot in that winter uniform you're wearing? It's not like I'm the only one. School regulations don't say that you have to switch after all. Besides, it's the Academy's traditional uniform. Most of us in the student council and lots of nobles keep it on all year. It's actually designed to be worn all year, cool in the summer, and nice and toasty in the winter. I see, so basically, it's not as hot as it looks. Pretty much. Maybe you should try wearing yours sometime this summer, just to try it out. Our winter uniforms were specially tailored so that they can be worn all year round. Maybe you should try wearing yours sometime this summer just to try it out. You had a swimming lesson today, right? What a perfect activity for this weather. I'd love to go play in the pool. The only problem is how sleepy I get afterward. Kinda spoils the fun. Can't remember if we faculty members are allowed to use the gym or not. It's really hot outside lately, but the library's still pleasantly cool. While everyone's out blistering in the sun, I'll be right here reading through a stack of books. Ah, bliss. And that's us done with the rounds, and that's us done with the part as well. So in the next part, we'll head off properly back to the dorms. So we'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.